Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on how I personally believe that drama is dead. Like, overall, like, getting into it with people, just having it where it's like you guys go back and forth, whether it's videos, whether it's I'm going to be more so using content creating as an example. At the end of the day, I mean, like, rap or anything else, like, because you'll see at times where it's like, like artists is beefing with one another. I'm like, yeah, I feel like that if it's good enough, then it'll get talked about. Like something like Drake and Kendrick Lamar. You got two of the biggest artists in the game where, yeah, their drama. I'm like, yeah, that was interesting when all that stuff was going down, because the reason why it was so interesting was because there was like creativity that was going on behind it. There was like, there was something worth watching and getting into, and comparing that to YouTube drama. Like, yeah, let's just say YouTube drama, because that's going to be, yeah, more so the drama I'll be talking on. When you compare Kendrick Lamar and Drake going back and forth with each other now, imagine, take away the music and imagine these guys just sitting down making videos on each other. Like, let's say they're not music artists, these are just two random guys. Would it be interesting? No, it wouldn't, because nobody wouldn't know who Kendrick Lamar is or Drake is. So they have to have it where, or even if it's like, okay, let's think of something like, all right, so, well, I mean, Drake and Kendrick Lamar, I feel like they've both done portrayed. Hold on for a second, because I know Drake had that TV show. But I don't know if he had anything more than that TV show. It was like what was the name of that TV show again? I can't even think of it. But anyways, Degrassi, that was the name of, okay, so yeah, that was the name of that show. So he has done it. I think it's been more so like cameo appearances and stuff, but I was about to say he was not. Okay, so yeah, there was like television. They made a TV show was that based off of the movie? Yeah, that was based off. They made a soul food TV show. He was, yeah, I guess he was on an episode. Huh. Wow. All right. I mean, I guess, but yeah, I don't see how. Yeah, that's something that I will have to see. But anyways, I don't know, like, I was going to use their like acting and stuff, like, let's say they were two actors, but it's like, okay, with like the stuff that they have done, I guess, like, without the cameo appearances, still though, it wouldn't be interesting, so it's like when you got something like music being involved, yeah, of course that's gonna be interesting, but like I said, take away the music, nobody's not going to be paying attention to them guys going back and forth with each other. And that's why, a lot of times, like, when people, they be trying to get into it with me, like, just recently, the guy was trying to debate me on Twitter, and I think he wanted it to turn into something, and I'm like, I'm not going to go there with you. Like, for one, I'm like, I'm not going to waste my time. Like, when there's all this other content that I could be focused on, there's all this other stuff that I could be doing. I'm not going to be wasting my time debating you, in whether it was 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. It's a waste of time nowadays. There's much more better things to be doing with my time, and sitting around debating people or getting into it with people with whatever it is you already got your mind made up on. And even if it's on something where you want to get mad at me about stuff, or you want me to get mad at you about stuff, it's a waste of time. I don't sit and look at people and think of, what could I be mad at them for? Like, what drama or what debate can we get into? Like, if it's like, and that's something that I was saying with a friend of mine's the other day, that if it's if it's debating something that we can overall laugh about, like, we ain't gonna have no boiling blood or hatred for each other afterwards and things. If it's something that we could debate about and laugh about it and stuff, then yeah, those are the debates that I look for. And I think and just to even talk on that, because I feel like a lot of people, they be liking to do that. They be liking to debate and things. Like, I was seeing this one guy's TikTok videos where Trump supporters were trying to, and man, there was one video that, I'm telling you, that girl was so annoying. But anyway, so the guy, he does these debates. I don't know if that's just the content that he does, or he was just invited in to do this debate. But anyways, he was debating this Trump supporter, and she kept cutting him off, was making it seem like he wasn't trying to answer the questions that she was asking him. Oh my, like, did I say asking or answering? Because no, I was watching a YouTube video that I did, and I accidentally had said asking, but I meant to say answering. Regardless though, like, yeah, she was just, man, and it's stuff like that where I'm like, that's why I don't like arguing with people. That's why I don't like debating with people, because it's either going to be them talking over me or them trying to convince me to think along the lines like them. And I'm like, fam, that's not fun. That's not something that's going to entertain me. Like, if I could just sit down and talk, I got 24 hours within the day. Why would I spend an odd amount of seconds, minutes, hours, however long? Why would I spend this amount of time arguing with you about whatever? So that's why I'm like, man, like, throughout the years of people wanting to debate me, and at one point in time I was all for it. Like, I was all for the debates, because I'm like, no, like, let's sit down and talk about this. Let's sit down and like, squash all this stuff right here, right now and stuff, because I'm like, no, I know I got some things to say, and I know you got some things to say. So I'm like, nah, at one point in time, oh yes, this podcast episode would have been it would have been a complete 180. I'm like, nah, I would have been talking differently if this was some years back. But it's like, as I get older, I'm like, fam, it's a waste of time. Like, that's something where I sit down and I think about it. It's like, the day when I have kids, I don't want them to be all like, oh, I'm going to listen to this video or watch this video of my dad arguing with somebody and stuff. I guess if something is being like, funny and things, but if that's, my thing is this, it's like, the times excuse me, the people that have wanted to debate me, I know that it pretty much would be bullying them if I were to debate them, because I know that they would say and do things that I would definitely make fun of. And that's why I'm like, that's another reason why I would have to say I don't be sitting around debating people, because it's like, the people that be wanting to debate, they're the same ones that'll jump to the, oh, well, I'm on the like, autism spectrum. Oh, you're talking crazy to an autistic person. I say that because I don't know how many times I have heard that. Bro, like, I can, like, so back when the drama between me and Just a Robot was very active, I would say something to these guys. I kid you not. That would be one of the first few things that they would say. Oh, I'm autistic. So you're saying you done called an autistic person crazy. Like, oh, you done. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, and like, oh, I was supposed to care. Oh, I didn't realize that. I guess for next time I'll think about caring and stuff. But that's why I'm like, that's why it's one of the main reasons, or not one of the main reasons, but it's one of the reasons why I don't be sitting around debating with people. It's just, it's too much that, goes into it, and then there's very little being received. Like, I don't care about the victories. I don't care about the W's underneath my belt and all that stuff. I'm like, I want to do content where people can talk about it years from now and be like, man, that was a really good, like, a video that you'll go back and watch. And that's something where I'm like, for as long as I've been a content creator, that's something that I find myself doing with certain content creators, is I'll go back and watch some of the videos that got me into their channel in the first place. I kid you not, there's nobody on my channel all like, oh, let me go back and watch this TMossBoss drama video. Or even if it was on some stuff where I took down the video, like, hey, where's this TMossBoss drama or debate video? Well, I've never really sat down and debated with nobody and stuff. But anyways, but yeah, it's like, ain't nobody looking for that type of, it's like, you see all my most viewed videos, that's the content that people keep coming back and looking for and stuff. So yeah, I take away those videos, then there's gonna be people all like, hey, whatever happened to this video, whatever happened to that video and stuff. So yeah, it's like, that's what people know me by. They know me by the content that entertain them. Like, that's why I see when people, they be in my streams talking about, oh, what, like, hey, I discovered you through El Presador, or through McNasty, or McJuggernuggets, or Angry Grandpa. People that are entertaining, people where it's like, you can watch their content in each video, it's always gonna be something good. So that's why I'm like, man, when people be trying to, get into it with me and stuff, I'm like, fam, it's not entertaining, so that's why I have to say, like, yeah, the drama content, it's not fun anymore, like, yeah, at one point in time, I think it was a thing that people would do, I guess, to get some views and some subscribers, but I'm like, I don't care if the people that, if, like, I guess the crowd, the audience, if they're looking for me, and like if somebody's trying to get into it with me and stuff, and in the audience they're all like, oh well, I want to sit down and see whether or not I'm gonna subscribe to TMossBoss or whoever it is that he's getting into it with. I'm involved in the wrong crowd. I'm involved in the wrong side of the entertainment business. That's not a crowd. My thing is this. I want a crowd to be there because of something that I did, not something that I'm involved in, but something that I did. So that's why I'm like, yeah, when it comes down to the drama, when it comes down to the beefing, the arguing, and all that stuff, I'm like, fam, it's one of those things where I'm like, I just know that it's not going to be a fair game, so that's why I'm like, and especially when I already know what the crowd is about and stuff, like, yeah, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm okay. I thank you, but no thank you. So, yeah, it's like, and that's the thing where it's like people, they get mad about that type of stuff. They get mad that you don't want to waste time with them. And I'm like, okay, you can be on that time. You just gonna have to be on that time with somebody that matches with that time. I don't care for no arguments with you and stuff. And, and the thing is that people, they get mad about it. They even want to argue about that. And I'm like, I see what you're doing. I'm not going to fall for that. It's like you want to sit around in the comments say, that's why I'm like, fam, I am so quick. I'll have to say that I definitely delete hate comments every day. Like, it might range from one hate comment to multiple hate comments, but yeah, I'm deleting hate comments frequently. So it's one of those things where I'm like, hey, if you think that by commenting underneath my video saying something crazy about me, because I'm like, I've even have it where people, they'll go after my voiceover videos, and I'm like, bro, come on now. Like, I can understand some of my other videos, the videos that don't really get a whole lot of views, and even then, I'm still going to stand by those video sides. I'm like, I'm not going to, because these are my least viewed videos, I'm just gonna, my thing is this. If they're my least viewed videos, like they don't get it. Yeah, they don't get a whole lot of views. They don't have like a whole lot of traction, going through my channel. I'm still going to stick by these videos because I sat down and took the time to record these videos. So yeah, that goes for reactions. That goes for music. That goes for videos off of my other 49 different YouTube channels. Or even if it's my Twitch streams, my TikToks, I am going to stand by my content side because I support my content. And that's the thing where it's like people try to change your perspective. Like, just talking to a content creator, there are going to be people out there that's going to try to change your perspective on your own content. Who are you going to listen to when it comes down to your content? Are you going to listen to yourself, or are you going to listen to somebody that doesn't? The crazy thing is like, and that's how I kind of see it too, is a person hating on your content ain't no different because they'll find other content to hate on. Like, yeah, let's say you disappear, delete your videos, all that stuff. They'll find another channel or content creator to hate on and stuff. And it's no different than when a manager, you quit, or if you get fired, they're going to find somebody to replace you. So, like, that's the thing with a hater. It's like they want people to fill this void, and I'm like, fam, I'm not a void filler. I don't care about your void. I don't care about your personal space. I don't care about none of that. When I sit down and I think about content and being a content creator, I'm like, fam, I want to have fun. I want to spread positivity. I want to be a positive person myself. And it's funny because people have tried to even change my mind on that. Like, oh, you can't be a positive person with content. And I'm like, okay, watch me. I'm like, I'm not going to, and that's the thing. If I find myself being hateful in the video, if I find myself thinking negatively and stuff in the video, I'm going to end that video. I'm not going to. But every video that I have uploaded that video so people can learn something from it. Whether it's an educational lesson, or whether it's on how to act as a person, or if I'm giving them information about if it's a video game, a movie, a TV show, what else, an album, music album and stuff. I'm like, I'm not just out here doing videos to get into it with people and stuff. So that's why I'm like, man, people be trying to do that, and I'm like, bro, it's pointless, and then it's like, now it's 2025, and seeing what it is right now, it is very, very rare when I see content creators get into it with people and stuff. Like, I don't see it where it's like how it was back then, where it's like, yeah, you would see videos, you would see, social media posts and all this. It's like, it's very rare. I have to say, probably the only internet drama that I can think of that's still going on till this day is, and you'll see it being posted, like, where it's like some viral beef, is KSI and Jake Paul. Them are the only two. But and the funny thing is, once when they handle their business, at some point in time, them dudes, they are going to get into a boxing match. It's just being a matter of time of when. I'm like, man, I feel like that when that does go down, I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be one of those things where it's just, dang, bruh. It's either they're going to have like all this hatred, one or the other is going to have all this hatred for somebody. I'm like, man, and that's the crazy thing about it. It's like them build-ups, like, even talking on that, like that YouTube boxing, because I know people probably will recommend me getting into that YouTube boxing. I'm like, hey, if the price is right, I'll consider it. I'll think about it and stuff. But I'm like, fam, I just know that, again, it would be bullying somebody. That's why I'm like, if it was one of my haters, that probably Minnesota Boy, he seems like somebody where I'm like, I would want to get physically fit because I know what he's about. Like, now, this was like 10 years ago. I don't know what he looked like now. Maybe he's bigger, maybe he's smaller, maybe he's still the same. Regardless, I'm like, that would be somebody that I'm like, okay, I know I'm going to have to train for this. I know I'm going to have to. But if it was anybody else, I'm like, yeah, no, like just a robot or one of his peoples and things, I'm like, that's not going to be a fair fight. It's one of those things where I'm like, nah, man, it wasn't a fair fight with words. It's definitely not going to be a fair fight with actions, So that's why I'm like, no, I'm okay. Thank you, but no, thank you. So, yeah, but it's like, it's just, to me, even getting back on talking on that, Jake Paul and KSI, like how I just completely got off topic, but no, I feel like that it's either going to be one of two things. Like, after these guys have their boxing match, it's either going to be one's going to, if it ends with one winning over the other, oh yeah, the hatred, I feel like, is going to double. Like, they're going to be, and who knows, maybe it's either that or they going to have this newfound respect. Like, okay, we went the distance, or we finally scheduled this fight. We did what we needed to do. We handled it. Okay, let's shake hands. And I feel like somebody that needs to encourage that is Logan Paul. Like when when that day does come where KSI and Jake Paul have their boxing match, I think that Logan Paul, he needs to be that middleman, and I need to make that into a video, but yeah, Logan Paul needs to be that middleman and have it where it's like they finally squash their beef and stuff, because I mean, it's been going on for a fat minute now. So yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, when that day does come, cool, then it's like when they squash their beef, then it's like, I feel like that would be that thing where it's like, okay, like we, us as an audience, us as a, like whether we're a content creator ourselves or a fan, we can move on from this, so I think when stuff like that, when it ends, like them big giant beefs, like once when it done seen its course and all that stuff, and it's over with, and it's that aftermath, yeah, you'll see like, dang, there ain't really nothing else to do now. It's kind of like when you beat a video game and then it's like, dang, now what do I do? It's that emptiness. But it's like, instead of filling it up with more drama, it's like, fill it up with something a little bit more positive. Fill it up with something where it's like, okay, I'm not thinking negatively about this person or about what they do and any of this stuff. It's like, yeah, you can just move on from the situation. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on a podcast streaming service. And peace.